What's up yugi-tube, it's just the YouTube Avenger 696 here, and for the next few weeks I'm going to be bringing you a segment on which I'm going to call Road to Battle of the Kingdoms. Now this segment is just going to be about decks that I'm going to see, cards that you could use in your sideboard, etc. And I'm going to post a different part each week leading up to the tournament itself. Now this first part is what I'm going to call deck choices. Now this first part is, as I said, deck choices, so it's just decks that I'm expecting to see at the Battle of the Kingdoms, or decks that I'm hoping to see people play. First off, Dragons. Now the new Dragon structure deck is just going to be released a couple of days before the Battle of the Kingdoms tournament, so this is going to be a heavy favourite for a deck that people can play. As I said, it's going to be released a couple of days early, so I expect a lot of people to buy the deck and sort of test it out. Now you can either go two ways with this deck. One, you can go the standard route, which is Diaster Dragon, which you can use cards like Quick Immune Drago to stop your opponent's special summons, so it can lock down your opponent's tour guide plays, their Gores plays, BLS plays, Trigodia, what else? Battle Fader, etc. It just completely shuts them down from splash summon light or dark monsters. So you can have this on the board and just shut them down from doing anything. And plus, it's a good 1900 beater, guys. So it's very, very good stats. And then other cards like Light and Darkness Dragon to completely shut them down from doing absolutely anything. Just make it a complete shutout. They can't activate their main cards. Like if they want to go, if you have this in the field and you go to attack with your monsters, they go Mirror Force. Let's go. Nope. Light and Darkness negates. Then your play goes through, or sorry, your attack goes through. This is a very, very good build. Dragon Duelist Girl is sort of famous for this. I'll leave her channel down in the description if you want to check it out and check out her builds. And then the other route you can go with this deck, the Chaos build. Sorry, let's move this over so you can see. Yeah, the Chaos build. Now this is going to be heavily pushed in the structure deck itself with cards like Pulsar Dragon. You can smash summon Light Pulsar from your hand by banishing one light and one dark monster. So expect a lot of lights and darks, like obviously your Dark and Metal Dragons. You could expect to see Thunder Kings in this deck, Raikos, just anything to get them to the grave as quick as possible. And then you can add cards in like Blackluster Soldier and Chaos Duster, just for that bit of chaos, which you're going to see. And then with the field spell, you can for every monster banished from your graveyard, you get to add a chaos counter to the card, and then you can remove either 4 or more counters from the chaos card, Chaos Zone field card, to special summon back one banished monster that is equal to the total number of chaos counters removed. And then when Chaos Zone is sent from the field to graveyard by your opponent's card effect, you can add one light or dark monster from your deck to your hand to is equal to the total number of counters that was on the card at that time. So it's going to be a very, very interesting deck to see which version people are going to use. As I said, both versions are very, very good, especially from the OCG. They had the Chaos build for quite a while. Unfortunately, they did have to nerf Light Pulsar because of the whole OTK thing, but still, it's still a beastly card. And when it's sent from the field to graveyard, you can target one level 5 or higher monster, Dark Dragon type monster in your graveyard and special summon it. So say if your opponent's got a big field and all you have is Light Pulsar, just go Dark Hole, wipe everything, and then Light Pulsar's effect, get back Darkness Metal, and then Darkness Metal's effect kicks in, take like Pulsar back again. So you have like a 2-8 beater and a 2-5 beater on the field for the price of like one card, and then you just wipe their field completely, and they've got jack shit basically. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see what version they're going to run. As I said, like, it's released a couple of days before, so I do expect a lot of people to sort of run this deck. Second deck that I'm expecting to see, quite obvious, Dino Rabbit. I don't have a Rescue Rabbit, so I'm just using its little brother, Rescue Cat, as a sort of an example. Dino Rabbit, quite possibly the MVP deck of like the last 2 months. It's so versatile. It's such a control deck. Like the deck runs 3 of these, or sorry, not Rescue Rabbit, 3 of these, 3 of these, and 3 of these. Like main play will do is like summon Rescue Rabbit, or sorry, yeah, summon Rescue Rabbit, remove it, special summon either 2 Sabersaurus or 2 Capazulas, and then exceed into Dulca, or sorry, a Volsar Dulca or a Volsar Lagia. Let me see. Just to completely shut your opponent off from doing anything. Dulca, like you can detach 1 material from Dulca to negate your opponent's effect, monster's effect, and destroy it. So if your opponent goes, right, you've got Dulca on the field, and they summon BLS, and they try to remove BLS, fair enough, you can just go, right, sorry, detach 1, negate BLS and destroy it. Or if they want to go like Sangan, or if they want to go Tour Guide, for example, the same thing again, detach 1, negate it and destroy it. And then Lagia is just like a Solemn Judgment basically. You can detach 2 materials to negate an effect, negate a summon or the activation of a spell or trap card and destroy it. So it's basically locking your opponent down from actually doing anything, and plus you can also add in the Tour Guide engine for more consistency. The Tour Guide engine just brings a lot of consistency into the deck that it needs, and plus you get your Levier plays off, so you can pick back either a Sabersaurus or a Rescue Rabbit or anything you need just to exceed again and do whatever you want. I will expect a lot of people, like more of the high-end people, or yeah, the high-end duelists that have the cash to sort of run this deck. It is very, very popular. I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be a very, very tough deck to beat, but if you main deck right and side deck right, you shouldn't have a problem. It's just basically just like if you shut off their Rabbit plays and shut off their Tour Guide plays, then you haven't got a problem with this deck. But then again, it is sort of a top deck at the minute, so it's kind of iffy on what you can do. It's a very, very good deck. As I said, it's a control oriented deck. It's basically shutting your opponent off from doing anything. You get Rabbit first turn, then you're set. So either set up with Dulca or Lagia, and then set your back row, and you're pretty much sorted from stopping them from doing anything really. So like as I said, I expect that to be quite popular with the high-end duelists that have the cash to run it. Next deck, the ever so popular Plant Synchro. Quite arguably the best deck of the last 6 months, bar Rabbit. It's been so consistent. Just basically you can just Synchro summon like fuck, and then just get your pluses from cards like TG1 Magician, Formula Synchron, and just keep Synchro summon out and just beating your opponent down with your Synchro summons. And then you can also add the tour guide engine in again for consistency. Quite possibly this is my favourite deck of the last 6 months. It is just so good. It's got so many outs to different kinds of decks. There's so many variants you can run of this deck. Like if you don't have the tour guide engine, like what I'm doing, I'm running sort of a more chaosy engine. I can put in like Chaos Sorcerer, and I can add in like Trigodia, just to stop OTKs, and then I can just match and exceed or like Synchro. So that's such a good play, and still it's still one of the best decks out there at the moment. With the recent success of Rabbit at the YCS, it would be nice to see Plants take the top spot again, because as I said, they have been maybe the best deck of the last 6 months, bar Rabbit, and they sort of needed to take their place back. I absolutely love this deck to bits, and I hope it does really well, and I hope I do really well with this deck. And then sorry, just before I go, sorry, I'll switch to the next deck. With Tengu, you've got so many options with Tengu. Like you can either go Tengu, Synchro, into Librarian, get another Tengu, mill for Gold Bulb, and the other Tengu, into Diaster, draw, and then get another Tengu. So you've like 2 level 5 exceed, or 2 level 5 synchros with high attack, and then you get an extra Tengu, so you can just go like 2-4, 2-2, and a 17 for high damage. It's insane. And then you can also like add cards in like enemy controller, which is so versatile with Tengu. It is fucking ridiculous. You can get this so easy to get so many plays off that 2-card combo. Like your opponent's got like a Black Luster in the field, fair enough. Summon Tengu, activate enemy controller, tribute Tengu, steal Black Luster. You attack with Black, and then get another Tengu from deck. You can attack with Black Luster, destroy the monster, and then attack again for 3k, and then attack with Tengu, or you can just use Black Luster's effect and banish it and get rid of it. There's so many options you can do with this deck. Or say they have a thing on the field, they've got a Thunder King, fair enough, same again. Have Tengu on the board, enemy controller, tribute Tengu, steal their Thunder King, get another Tengu from deck, Tengu and Thunder King, exceed in Utopia. There's so many options with this deck. As I said, there's so many outs. It is really ridiculous of what this deck can do. No wonder it's been the top deck of the last 6 months, or one of the top decks of the last 6 months. There's so many plays you can do with this deck, and there's so many outs. It's quite possibly my favourite deck of the last 6 months. Next deck, Darkworlds. I'm not really sure about Darkworlds. Like, they were hyped to be really big, but as of yet they haven't won any YCSs. They have been like top 32 and top 16. Like ever since the YCS, like they haven't really they've been top 16 and top 32, but they haven't actually like done anything major. But they're still a really good deck. They're still very splashable. Like you can Grapha is just so ridiculous. Like you can play like traps like Epidemic Eradicator Virus or Deck Devastation Virus, and it doesn't harm this deck up with absolutely whatever. It's just so ridiculous. Like you can even add cards in like Reckless Greed. Reckless Greed's gonna hurt it, not gonna hurt the deck either, because as long as you have your 3 gates, you're gonna draw on your next turn anyway. So you can add cards again, and just to get your pieces to your hand ASAP, and then with cards like Drag Down, you're always going to know your opponent's hand, and plus you can get your pluses from your cards. Snow, search out wherever you need, Bro, your draw engine, Grapha, your MST / whatever destruction engine, and plus you can also run the busted 2-man crush and trap dust shoot combo along with drag down, so you can just you can always know your opponent's hand, even with your, if you use EEV, get rid of their spells and traps, or DDV, get rid of their 1500 or lower monsters, which is kind of big for rabbit decks and plant decks. Just shut them down from making their plays. And then you can also add in Fabled Raven for also another discard outlet, plus it's a tuner, so you can gives you exceed option, or sorry, synchro options. And then you can also add in the tour guide engine, again just for more consistency. And then you can pull off like Leviair plays, because you're going to be removing a lot of cards for your field spell. So you can go like tour guide into Sangan, exceed into Leviair, detach one, take one level 4 back from move and play to the field, send that back to your hand, summon Grapha from graveyard. It's that simple. I will expect this to make a bit of an appearance at Battle of the Kingdoms. It should be interesting. Again, it's a really fun deck. It's very, very splashable, and it's still very, very good at this stage of the format, because I know the format is going to change again in about a month and a half. Whether Darkworlds are going to get touched on that, we don't know, but until then it's going to be still a very fun deck. And plus Raven, like you can say you have Raven, Raven on the field, yeah, you have Raven, and then you have discard beige, say you discard beige, bring, or say 2 beige and like say another Darkworld like Bro, right? It adds the count to the levels to Raven. You can go either 6, 7, 8, you name it, you can go with this deck. It is just that good. And then you've got your tour guide plays as well, which to really help the deck. Well, it depends. Like you can either run with the tour guide option or the non-tour guide option. Either way, it's still a really, really good deck. There's still a lot of stuff you can do with both engines. Like the guy had voiced that one of the YCSs in America not too long ago. I think he went top 16 with no tour guides at all. So it just goes to show you can sort of run Darkworlds without tour guides. They're still a really busted, really fun deck to use. Second to last deck that I should see, or would like to see actually, Wind-ups. Wind-ups are getting a lot of play recently. With the support in Order of Chaos, and with all the cards that were released in Photon Shockwave, Wind-ups are getting really, really good. Like they're basically exceed spam engine. Like you can just splash Utopia, Leviathan, Zen Mighty, you name it, you can splash it in this deck, and it's just so ridiculous. They're very, very good. Like Wind Up Short, you can just special summon it and you can just go to town with this deck. It is so good. And then Wind Up Soldier, it's an answer to Thunder King guys. Get it off the board. It's really, really good. And then like if you have like Magician and Soldier, you have Soldier in the field. And then you have Magician in the field, use Soldier's effect, increase its level and attack. If you have that effect, you get the Magician's effect, get the special summon 1 level 4 or lower wind up monster from your deck in face of defense. You can like pick something else, put it in defense, and then you can go like, you can boost that up by a star as well. With the other monster's effect, and then you can go either attack, or you can exceed into the Adrius or Tyrus. The deck is really, really good. I would like to run this deck, but I don't have enough stuff yet. So we'll see how time goes. We'll see how time goes on. Maybe I'll get more of the deck, but it's still really, really good. and stuff like you can add in like hunter rabbit, so like wind up hunter, wind up rabbit, and you can use stuff like again you can also add in the tour guide engine, just for a little bit more consistency, and with tour bus in order of chaos you can just take your wind ups back to your hands whenever it's detached. And then the final deck, this is going to be, if somebody actually uses this deck, I will laugh so hard. It's such a beast deck. And then along with these, along with wind-ups, another variation of wind-ups, the wind-up hand drop. This is a fucking ridiculous deck. This basically spams level 3 monsters, and then you can go into level 3 exceeds. More famously, wind up carrier Zen Mighty. That thing is fucking ridiculous. Like, say you're opening hands, go, if you have Fossil Dig in your hand, play Fossil Dig. Take Gillosaurus to your hand. Special summon Gillosaurus, special summon TG Warwolf, exceed into like Leviathan Dragon detached, giving up to 2500, Womp over whatever. It's just so ridiculous. Or Wind Up Hunter and Wind Up Rat. It's just so ridiculous. You get the Wind Up hand drop. The loop is basically have Zen Mighty on the field, Hunter and Rat. Sorry, even if you have Rat, that's cool. Have Hunter's effect, tribute Zen Mighty, get rid of one from their hand. Zen Mighty goes to grave, exceed again. This detach one from Zen Mighty, special summon. Just keep doing the same thing over and over, keep them rid of their hand. But one thing that's going to cripple this deck that we do not have is Diaster Emerald. That thing is ridiculous. You can either, the first effect I think is pretty much what everybody is going to use with this deck. Detach one material, target 3 monsters in your graveyard, shuffle them back into your deck and draw 1. So it's sort of like a mini Abras. This deck is a lot of fun to use. You can also use cards like Instant Fusion to give out level 3 fusions, and then like once that's special summoned, go Warwolf, and then you can go into a level 3, or sorry, rank 3 exceed. It's just an exceed spam engine, and plus you can use stuff like Spell Striker, another free special summon. Get rid of 1 spell card from your graveyard, special summon this, and then you can just go off again. Or you can go like Birdman, send 1 back to hand, special summon it, and then special summon again. Just for, you can either go exceed plays or you can go synchro plays. Birdman opens up your synchro plays, so you can go like Bryo, Black Rose, Stardust, Trish, whatever you want, you can go it. If somebody pulled this deck off, I will be so happy. I would love to see this deck in action, like in real life. It's such a good deck. I'll leave a description, or I'll leave a link in the description to Dragon Duelist Girl's version of this deck. It's really fun, and it's once you get going, it's just pretty much rape face for your opponents. They can do absolutely nothing against this deck. It is really good. So I'd love to see this deck in action. This is probably like one of the favourites I would like to see. Whether somebody runs it or not, I'm not sure whether it'll happen. Whether they think it's too inconsistent or whatever, but it's just so ridiculous and it's a lot of fun. You can like you go Marauding Captain into Marauding Captain and then exceed, or you can go like Marauding Captain, return 1, special summon Birdman, and then think for 6, or you can do whatever. It's a really fun deck. I'll leave it, like I said, I'll leave a link in the description if you want to test out Dragon Duelist Girls version, and then you can go from there and see. It's so much fun. Well, that's it for part 1 at the minute, guys. If you like this segment, or if you want me to do more segments like this, just please say, leave a comment in the description down below, and just let me know what you think, what decks, if you're going to Battle of the Kingdoms, what decks you expect to be there, or what decks you'd like to see there, or even what deck you're running, and then we can sort of give you help with it if you need help, or the stuff like that. And oh yeah, just quickly, guys, I'm gonna leave the Dark Magician Girl playmat contest open for 2 more days. So that's today, tomorrow, and I'm gonna finish it on Monday. So if you haven't already entered that contest yet, you're still welcome to do so for the next couple of days, and I'll gonna close it on Monday, and then I'll randomly pick the winner and the runner-up. So just be patient for that, guys, and very best of luck. I hope to do the next segment of Road to Battle of the Kingdoms next week, leading up, because like 3 more weeks. So I'm just going to do maybe the final week, and maybe I'll do 2 segments just to close it, to finish it off, and then I'll do a full tournament report and deck profiles, etc., on the day of the tournament itself. So that's it for the minute, guys. As I said, if you like any of the decks below, or if you want me, maybe in the next segment, if you want me to go into more detail on certain cards or certain decks, just please let me know in the comments below. And yeah, that's it for the minute, guys. Peace.